Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World. Yes. Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, D.
Well,
Bill 1949 Wait. Test. Bill 1949 Wait. Test. Bill 1949 wait. Test 2. Bill 1949 wait. Test 2.
Well, for some reason I'm getting double announcements again. When I get a message come in, she's reading it twice. I don't know why. We solved it last week. I can't remember what we did. I'm going to jump in a Spitfire to start with, as I always do, usually do. I just realised I haven't got my hat on. I haven't got my ears in. When I say hat, for anyone that doesn't know, this is my head tracking. Okay, well, at least voice attack seems to be taking some notice of me. So let's hang on. I've got this on my other screen as well. I don't know why I'm going to be getting two announcements again of everything that happens or everything that goes in the chat. I'm getting it twice. Can someone do a quick message for me just to see if it appears twice? I mean, I can do it myself, but it means I've got to open my stream again. Someone can just give a quick okay or anything on the chat.
Air Joe 8. Hello Bill. Air Joe 8.
Hi Joe.
Hello Bill.
It is reading it all twice again. Jeez, we sorted this last week and I can't remember what we did to sort it or what I've done since to make it go back to giving me double announcements. Oh, this is most frustrating. Never mind, got to put up with double announcements for a moment unless I have a sudden rush of inspiration as to why it's happening. I've muted various things on OBS. Can't really see what's causing it. Okay, I'll start and just fly for a bit. And obviously the mission's just, perhaps Laxor's just reset it. Ah, hang on, he did message me earlier on. Okay. No, he's just saying he's flying, but he's a bit behind. So perhaps he, well, I don't know, maybe did, maybe didn't reset it. But it has, this is early morning. This is the beginning of the mission. So maybe he did. Okay, well, let's just focus, not refocus, realign my head tracking. And get started.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
Right, well I've just made a change in OBS that might have solved, no, I can't, might have solved the double reading of the messages. So if anyone has a chance to put another quick test, just okay is alright, just put it on the chat and see if she reads it twice.
Sodekong 5566. Finally. Hello Bill. I was trying to catch you streaming but every time I checked you weren't. How are you? Sodekong
Hello Sodacan, nice to have you back. I'm sorry she's reading everything twice. So obviously the message is best kept as short as
I was trying to catch you
possible.
streaming but every time I checked you weren't. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's nice that you've caught up. I normally only stream at weekends anyway, so if you've tried during the week, that would be why you haven't caught me. So So it's normally Friday night and Saturday night that we're streaming. Laxo should be joining us a little bit later. So I just realised I haven't even trimmed my aircraft yet, because as soon as I took off I was getting shot at in this direction that I'm looking at. So I've got to trim the aircraft. Perhaps see if I can find the units that were shooting at me. But they've hit me, look, they've peppered my wing. And they're very close to the airfield, but this is one of the new features that's been introduced, that troops can start moving in and occupy places near the airfield. I don't know where they are. Well, that was one of them for sure. I've got one of them. Whether they come back again or not after I've destroyed them, I'm not sure. I think that might have been the only one. There's a container there now. Oh no. Difficult to see exactly where they are until they're firing. Of course, there might be more than one place at their position, not just the place I'm looking at, because I felt as though it was probably coming from behind me. Oh, that could be from the bridge. As we know, we have units there, enemy units there. When we destroy units, or if we get destroyed, I think, it creates a container that can then be collected and taken back to this airfield, our airfield, so that we can process it as fuel or ammo. That's another one I got, but I'm not really seeing them, I'm only seeing where the shots are coming from. Can't remember where the other one was.
Sodecon 5566. I have bought the Polar map a few hours ago and I have been enjoying it a lot since I live in Sweden too, so it's nice. I see you're flying the Spitfire. Do you recommend it because I'm looking to get it? Sodecon 5566. I have bought the Polar map a few hours ago and I have been enjoying it a lot since I live in Sweden too, so it's nice. I see you're flying the Spitfire. Do you recommend it because I'm looking to get it?
Yes, I definitely recommend the Spitfire. It's my favourite aircraft in DCS. And I've got a few others, not hundreds, but I've got others. But this is my aircraft of choice, really. I love it. I'm not saying it's easy to... Well, no, it's easy to fly. It's not easy to take off. Not so easy to land. But you get used to it. And it's great. I just love it. I wish I could actually see the units or the soldiers that are down there, because it's only infantry that are shooting at them, but they're dangerous. Well, I've got another one. I've had a few of them down there. They're still shooting at me. In fact, there's some coming behind. Once again, that's probably from the bridge. Because I know there's units on the bridge that will shoot at me if I'm in this region. My engine's racing. I've got damage. In fact, my engine has just failed. I'm on a glide in. I'll put my gear down.
Sodecon 5566. You're flying on the X-56 site Hotas right. Sodecon 5566. You're flying on the X-56 site Hotas right.
I was trying to look across. No, this is the hotel. This is the Warthog. It's a Thrustmaster Warthog. Okay, well that was a bit of a failure in terms of landing because didn't have the control, and I was also trying to look at my messages, which she's reading twice, which is really annoying. I can't remember how to get out of that. So I'll jump in a spit again because I didn't have much time in that. Now, who was it that was asking about the spit? Which one? Hold on. It must have been Soda. I wasn't sure. I thought there was someone else here. Okay, Soda. Okay, yeah. I'll jump back in the spit, and you can see the startup process. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But you'll be able to see it, and I can talk a little bit about the spit as well if you
Sodecon
like.
5566. I believe you can bind a zoom axis or button so that you could clearly see the soldiers on the ground. Rough landing. But any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
Can I walk away from this?
Sodecon 5566. I believe you can bind a zoom axis or button so that you could clearly see the soldiers on the ground. Rough landing. But any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
And there you are. That means that my landing on that occasion wasn't good, but it was good enough to survive. Let's jump in an aircraft. Now what is it? Something else you said. Yeah, zoom button. I know I have a button. I have a button to zoom with, but I don't feel that's quite right because they didn't have a button in real Spitfires to zoom in on the enemy. In fact, I contacted the Royal Air Force Association on one occasion to say, were pilots during the war issued with binoculars so that they could zoom in, as it were? And the answer was no, they weren't. Some may have taken them, but they were their own binoculars. They weren't issued. So I don't like to zoom in because I don't feel as though that's what I should be able to do. I've got to get armed as well, so I'm going to do that.
Sodecon 5566. I would argue that the zoom button is basically straining the pilot's eyes cause the screen doesn't have a resolution that is as good as eyesight.
Copy.
So
Yeah.
Decon
Okay, I get that argument.
5566.
Yeah. So
I would argue that the zoom
maybe I
button
can
is
justify
basically
a little
straining the
bit of
pilot's
zoom.
eyes
But
cause
of
the
course,
screen doesn't have a resolution
not-
that is as good as eyesight.
well, I don't have graduated zoom. I push the button. Let's show you.
Refueling
what I can
complete.
do. I suppose I could do one button press of zoom and see how that works. Yeah, I get your point about eyesight being better than on-screen resolution. So maybe I could justify it. Okay, Soda, do you want me to talk through all this? I don't want to bore you with it, but I can talk through all what I'm doing. I can also talk about the Spitfire in terms of taxiing and takeoff and stuff. Would you like me to talk about it? Keep your reply as short as possible, because she's just going to read it twice. Although sometimes just a yes or a no doesn't remind me of the question that I asked. Before I do anything else, I'm going to put the brake on. Brake is fully on. I'm going to make sure my prop pitch is set fully fine.
So Decon 5566. Feel free to talk about whatever. Is it okay if I join? So Decon 5566.
Yeah, if you want to join us in this mission, I can't see any reason why not. You just need the information. If you type in this chat !DCS, it will then give you a link that will allow you to get the information you need to join. Okay, so the brake is on, prop pitch is fully fine. I'm going to just nudge my throttle forward so that it turns on the gear indicator light. I'm going to put my lights on just so people are aware that my engine might be running in a minute. Keep out of the way, sort of thing. So my nav lights are on. I believe I asked for a reload, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Right, to start, I'm going to turn on my fuel pump. I've got switches at the front of my HOTAS there, my throttle unit. The fuel pump is on now, but you can't hear it, I'm sure, but it does make a noise. If I had the sound loud enough, you'd hear it, but everything else is silly loud then. And I'm going to turn on the fuel cock, which is just behind the stick, just there, with this switch. And I'm going to turn on my magnetos. Once again, two switches at the back of my HOTAS, of my throttle unit for those. Right, fuel pump is on, fuel cock is open, magnetos are on. So I'll prime the engine. I'll give it 4 pumps, that seems to work nicely. And I'll open up I'll put the lights on actually. Just for a little bit of better view. I'll open up the covers for the booster and starter and booster. And now I'll use two keys on the actual keyboard. one of them extremely rare occasions where I have to touch the keyboard. So I'm going to use the delete and end keys to push those two buttons. The engine will turn over. Once it catches, I'll hit a button on the back of my throttle here to flick forward the mixture lever, and then the engine will be running. So let's do that. Oh, what have I done? What have I forgotten? That's because I'm talking. I'm terrible when I'm talking. I forget to do stuff. Magnetos are on. I've obviously forgotten something as I was talking. I'll crack the throttle. Try again. Oh, it's not doing it. I think this is a bug, because I'm sure I've done everything I need to do. Magnetos, fuel, prime, fire, and but after both those buttons moving, hold on. It's all set up properly, I believe, but she's not starting now. That suggests a bug. I know that sometimes this happens if you do something slightly different or wrong. Those certain things will prevent the engine from starting. So I'm going to just respawn and do it all again without talking too much.
Sodecon 5566. I need a pure client for the server, so I'm cleaning my installation of my DCS.
Ah, jolly good.
Sodecon
Yeah, okay.
5566. I need a pure client for the server, so I'm cleaning my installation of my DCS.
Request rearming. Copy.
Okay, I'll see about getting started again. I can't remember if I primed it before. If I did, it's probably going to flame out a bit.
Rearming complete.
Yeah, I obviously had primed it, so she was a bit flooded.
Sodecon 5566. I'm just testing stuff. Soon I will join on my VR headset. Sodecon 5566. I'm just testing stuff. Soon I will join on my VR headset.
Okay, if you're still there and watching, Soda, in case you're not aware, I'll just say it in case you're not aware, because it's quicker than having all these repeat messages. To taxi, I'm gonna have to need to turn left and or right. So to turn left in a Spitfire, you give it left rudder and apply some brake. That puts braking on the left wheel only. Likewise, turn right is right rudder, put some braking on, and it's put braking on the right wheel only. If the rudders are neutral, then braking will apply to both wheels. Differential braking, in other words. Okay, so I'll put the radio on in case Lexor gets here, because we tend to use the aircraft radio now. Frequency 124, whatever aircraft you get in, you want to try and jump in a frequency 124, and you'll need to map a push to talk key for that radio. And as I transmit, you'll see that the RPTT button or square at the top there goes red to say that I am transmitting. There's a test, it goes red. I release, it goes back to yellow. When someone else speaks, e.g. Lexor, when he gets here, that box will go green, and that will tell me that someone's trying to speak, even if I can't hear them. The other one, IPTT, is for internal communications. So if Lexor's in a Huey and I jump in as his co-pilot, we will be talking over IPTT, internal push to talk. Right, let's roll. Brake off. Throttling up to about sort of, I don't know, 1300 maybe, if that. Using the brake appropriately to put braking on the wheel that I want to brake on to make the turn. This is not comfortable, it does take some getting used to, but you do get used to it. So once again, yes, I recommend the Spit, despite some of the awkward things about it. But you jump in I mean, I've got an F-16, to be honest, it's almost a bit boring to fly it because it's so easy. So if you want an easy aircraft to fly, yeah, the F-16. You don't even have to do flaps, it does it automatically. So yeah, I would definitely go for the Spitfire, even though it's more difficult. It's a bit more of a challenge in terms of takeoff and landing. Lovely to fly, and it's actually more responsive than the F-16. When I fly my F-16 and I give it some stick one way or another, it doesn't seem to react straight away. It's a tiny delay before it actually does it, whereas with the Spit it's pretty much instant, which is what pilots said. You know, you only had to think which way you wanted to go and it would go that way. The sound you're hearing of the engine is not the sound from DCS. It's produced by Echo 19. Beautiful sounding engine, especially when you're lower to the ground with the canopy open. It's beautiful sound. Right, I'll very quickly run through takeoff. I'm going to put the brakes on. Note that we don't, on a Spitfire takeoff, we don't use flaps. We only use flaps for landing. So to take off, I'm going to give it full stick back, full right aileron. Don't know who that is. Maybe it's Lexor got in, but usually messages. Okay, anyway, full stick back, full right aileron, and then I will throttle up fairly smoothly to get to boost 8, somewhere between 8 and 12, dancing on the rudder pedals as we go, just to keep us straight. And then when the nose drops, you know you're fairly stable. When you get to about 85, 90 miles an hour on the speed indicator, then I'll give it a little bit of rotate and hold it, and if I pull it back too far, she will just lift up. Now before that, I'm just going to check that I've set my trims. That I've set. I've set that to neutral. A lot of people like to put it as one division nose down. I tend to have it neutral. And the rudder, I've got the word rudder at about the 3 o'clock mark. Okay, I'm not sure who that is. They haven't got their radio on, I don't think. Let's see. I'll see if they got their radio on. I'll do a check. Radio check. By the actions, the activity, I'm guessing that could be G. Oh, let's hit 10. Hold on. Oh, it's soda can, is it? It's soda. Okay, soda. Sorry, I hadn't realised you're already in. I thought you were still working on it. Yes, it is, sir. Welcome. Enjoy yourself. You'll notice that there are on the map some red units, some enemy units are marked. Others are not. They'll shoot at you, but they're not marked on the map. But we have facility to mark them. If we find something shooting at us, we have facility to put a little red cursor over them and then left click on the mouse and it will mark them on the map and give a radio announcement to that effect. I'm going to jump to my map for a moment. I should have looked on a map to find out that that was you, Soda. Right, now there's a load of stuff up this area. There's also over here, you'll see the convoy. Now, these things are marked because our units would automatically have been firing at them, so they've been marked. But there are other units somewhere in this area. Oh, it could, no, it's not there. It's around about here. That are not marked, but if you fly in that direction, they'll shoot at you, and then you can mark them. Just to demonstrate that, I'm going to. What you do to get your reticle, you click on you click down on your mouse scrolling wheel, and that brings, as you'll see if you're looking at this stream, you'll see that it's brought up a red reticle. Now I place that red reticle over the units that are firing at me and hold it there, and this is always center screen. It always stays center screen, so you're doing this with your tracking. And then you once the reticle is over the enemy units, you left click on your mouse and it will mark them. So it could be that you're not hearing any of this because maybe you're not on my stream at the moment, but if so, I hope that information helps. So if you can get your radio on, if you're on screen, oh, mayday. If you're on here and you can put your radio on, go to channel 124. So there you are, look, 124 megahertz. We'll be able to speak on the aircraft radio. When we got an issue with that, we will probably use Discord, or if there might be some other reason why we'd use Discord. But it's nicer to use the aircraft radio because for a start, it sounds more like a radio. Now, where did you crash? Oh, that's alright. They're not right on the runway. The other things, there are a few things to note about the server, this mission that Laxel designed, is that we do have the option for PvP, but we only do that by common consent. We don't just go and hit someone. I'm thinking that maybe that could be changed so that if someone spawns in on an enemy airfield and grabs, say, a 109 on an enemy airfield, it could be then said that it's fair for them to just come and hit us without warning. So that's another perhaps possibility. But at the moment we can do PvP, but only by common consent. I'm doing a lot of talking, so would you be able to confirm either in the DCS chat or on the radio if you can get it, or on the other chat that you're receiving me? Because I'm doing a lot of talking, but I might be talking to myself. Radio check. Oh, you're still on my stream. Okay, good. Well, thank you for confirming that. What part of the world are you from, Soda? I'm sorry, I can't remember. Whereabouts are you on the planet? I'm going to take off. Oh, did I hear a quick buzz of static then? Radio check. Sweden, jolly good. Actually, yes, you said earlier on in the chat, you said about Sweden, so sorry I forgot that. Okay, well, I'm going to take off. If you can find 124 on your radio, that'll be good. Are shooting at me again. I have to have a word with Alexa about that, see if that can be in some way modified, because it's not right we should always get shot to bits as soon as we take off. I can't remember where they are now. Looks like I've got all those, so it must be another one. Because they're firing at me when I'm on the runway, but now that I'm probably somewhere within their area, they're not firing at me. Yeah, copy that, Soda. Okay, I'm seeing your green light, but I'm not hearing you. Yeah, copy. Are you? Give me a couple of keys on your mic, on your radio mic, if you're hearing me. Radio check. I'm seeing your green box come up as if you're transmitting, but I'm not hearing anything. So maybe you've got to reselect a mic. Undead has joined us. It's connected to server at least. I'm still seeing your green box there, Soda, but I'm not hearing you. Do you want to confirm that you're hearing me? Give me a couple of keys on your mic. Those units only seem to fire at me when I'm taking off. Why do they not make themselves visible now? Soda can. By the way, why not get the spit on trial? Yeah, try it on. Give it on trial. You have 2 weeks. Give it a try. No cost. I'm assuming you weren't firing at me. Just flares. Okay, so I found another bunch of infantry. And lost it. So you have to remember that when you destroy a unit on the ground, it leaves a container behind. make takeoff a lot safer. Not sure if I've got them all. Well, they didn't shoot at me, so maybe I got them all. More around here somewhere.
Sodecon 5566. He'll join back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, copy that, Soda.
5566. He'll join back in 2 minutes.
I'll go and say hello to Undead, who's just spawned in apparently in our Chinook. Not that I would know where the Chinooks are. Oh, there he is. I've got to go and buzz him. Darn it. I'm going to jump in a spit again simply because it's nice and quick to start up. I've got a message elsewhere. Hold on. Now my radio's not working. Why not? Well, my push to talk isn't going red. I know that I don't have the engine have the engine running for this to work. I know that. I'll have to respawn again. Okay, I'm back on push to talk on radio. Anyone receiving me?
Yep, receiving you.
Hello, Undead. Nice to see you here.
Nice to see you, Bill.
Near Bill, see you are sporting the Brial cream. Monsieur Boz. Near Bill, see you are sporting the Brial cream.
Yes, I'm sporting the Brial cream. And we're getting all the messages read twice, so please try to keep them short and sweet. Because it's a long message, you're going to read a long message twice. I don't know why, I can't remember what we did last week to sort that out.
Monsieur Boz. Okay, the glitch still present and correct. Monsieur Boz.
Yeah, but we got rid of it last week.
Okay, the glitch still present and correct.
I've had to mess about with my
Monsieur
sound
Boz.
stuff in the meantime, and that's
Very
obviously
good.
brought it back.
Monsieur Boz. Very good.
There's a few places it could be, and I can't remember what places there are for me to check. I've kind of forgotten. It's a pity, because Thirsty was helping me last week, and we did a great job, and we did manage to prevent it from
Monsieur Boz.
doubling up.
Are those jets I hear over your plane?
They are, sir.
Monsieur
yes.
Boz. Are those jets I hear over your plane?
I've brought up the list on the left, written in white text. Undead has joined in a Chinook, and what's the other one? Sodakan is in a 18C. But he's having trouble getting his radio working. That's Sodakan, copy. I don't think it's the radio system as such. because I saw him keying his mic. The little box round the RPT top left goes green when someone tries to speak, and it was going green, but I wasn't hearing anything. So that suggests that his push to talk is working, but his mic is perhaps the wrong one. He's enjoying himself anyway. Oh, he's going down, is he? Oh, he's gone down. Right, search and rescue.
Monsieur Boz. Well, I have always said a damn good chap in a spit, so take on a Su-57. Monsieur Boz. Well, I have always said a damn good chap in a spit, so take on a Su-57.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Monsieur
Refueling
Boz.
complete.
What country are you in, Bill? Monsieur Boz. What country are you in, Bill?
We're in the Caucasus map. Oh, hang on. You mean what country am I actually in? Not in game. Yeah, I'm England. I'm forgetting what you are. Actually, you are as well, aren't you? Am I remembering that right?
Rearming complete.
Monsieur Boz. Yes, it's just I though that looked like daylight behind you. Monsieur Boz. Yes, it's just I though that looked like daylight behind you.
No, it's not daylight behind me. I've actually got a red blackout blind, so that the sun, if I fly during the day, the sun doesn't come in and hit the camera at the top of the monitor for the track IR and send it all over the place. So that's actually a red blackout blind, but there is a bright light to one side of it. Okay, let's see if I can get this infantryman.
Monsieur Boz. Okay. Monsieur Boz. Okay.
I should try to get rid of this double messaging because it's annoying me, but that's all. It's just annoying. It's not doing anything else, and I really can't remember where I went last time to cure it.
Monsieur Boz. It will drive you mad.
Yeah,
Monsieur
I'm already
Boz.
there actually.
It will drive you mad.
Yeah, it's been driving me mad all night. I can't remember what we did last week. We were getting it all the time, and all of a sudden we sorted it out, and I really can't remember where. I'm going to have a quick look in settings on OBS.
Overlord 1-1. Bra 02242 at
Overlord, 1-1. 124, check. At 7,000 knots. I don't know about that, but I know my radio just got shot up because there were enemy by the airfield. Yeah, so it's just been because the ejected unit was there long enough to be aggressively captured. Red came in, saved the day. He was loaded up with guns. So as I was taking fire, he was taking out the people shooting.
You're welcome.
I did try to say thank you, but they'd already shot my radio.
So, how much fun do you want to have before I moan at you about stuff?
Yes.
I'll let you have some fun and then I'll tell you what's wrong.
What's wrong? Okay, so you've actually found a problem. Okay.
Unfortunately, potentially more than one.
Okay. What is the problem?
So, first of all, don't know if it's just on my machine or not, the CH-47 spawns I can't get into. I can get into any other aircraft normally. I got into this through the dynamic slots, so I think the actual parking of the Chinooks are broken. Also, CSAR seems to be broken, because when you request a list, you have to do the whole thing of going through the orders to see the list. I went to go pick up a CSAR. It freaked out when I asked it to embark. It disappeared for like 5 minutes, and as soon as I took off, died. So yeah, have fun.
Okay, so you're in a dynamic spawn. So this is why I write change notes, and I put change notes in a central place so everyone can ignore. The dynamic spawns at the moment don't work properly with the CSAR stuff, because I think it's one of the functions that I use works on an assumption of a pre-populated list, but because it's dynamic, it's not in that pre-populated list. That's a limitation of one of the libraries that I use. I've got ideas how to get around it, but I can't get around it at the moment. So that's that thing. So if you're doing CSAR, don't use Chinook. The interesting thing is you could say you couldn't get into the spawn because the mission hasn't been restarted since the last, it hasn't been updated, sorry, since the last time we used the static spawns.
Yeah, that's what, I don't know if it's maybe just my game being weird, because what happened was I could go into the slot, whatever, and say like briefing, and that way you go into it, and then it would just put me on spectator, or it would be on the sort of camera where it overlooks the valley while you blood into your aircraft. And then I went into F2, it started spectating me and I couldn't get back in. Tried again, wouldn't work, tried again, wouldn't work. Jumped into the A10, it loaded me in like normal. Tried to do the Chinook again, I tried all the different parking slots and none of them would let me in.
Okay, let me check that just for a second, see if I get another result. I also thought the mission had been restarted, but I can see that looking at all the containers on the field, the mission wasn't restarted. So we were lucky based on timing that it was still daytime. But the mission, we might do well to just cycle the mission, Joel, just to clear it out. Not. I'll have a look at that in a second. Undead, would you be able to fly north of your current position? There is one red M4 infantry by well, as you fly north, you'll start taking fire from the ground from one of the parking bays. Pretty much off your 12 now.
We've got a bunch of those here. Hang on.
Oh, you got a lot. Oh, you got a lot actually.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'll take off because Lexa did say he's going to recycle the mission. So when he starts it, I will just lose it. So I might just hang on here. When he recycles it, everything will stop, and I'll just come in again once the mission is up and running again. In the meantime, if someone would like to just say hi, that's always good. Always good to have a chat, you know, to speak to people that are watching the stream. Someone's in a Chinook. Chinook is working fine for somebody. Oh, it's undead. Oh yes, of course you're in the dynamic and dynamic spawn. Okay, Chinook. Okay, undead. That's why you're flying it. It's just dynamic.
Yeah, I love the guns on this thing. Just helps clean up some enemies.
Yeah, which we could do with. I mean, they were really starting to encroach on the airfield. I hit one, two, three areas where they'd encroached on the airfield. Because I was getting shot up as I was taking off, which once again, because the mission had been running, not just restarted, a lot of things had happened in the meantime, like enemy moving onto the airfield. But when I spawned in, I don't know if you called it, when I first spawned in tonight, it was like right at the beginning of the mission, like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I thought that was a bit of a coincidence. And then of course, then I saw all these containers all over the place and realised it was actually not not a coincidence.
Right, yeah.
So 124, check.
Copy.
Yeah, okay, so Unix spawns are definitely stuffed. I was going to see if there was anything kicking around to do with CSAR, but there's no one left. So yeah, I would say a mission recycle would be, probably wouldn't be a bad thing. I can do that if you want, Bill, if everyone is ready for me to do it.
I think it would be a very good thing. At the moment, it would definitely look better with a respawn, a recycle, I believe.
Okay. Is soda can ears on to know that there's a mission restart coming?
Soda can was on my stream. I'll make mention just in case. Yeah, soda can. If you on my stream, there is going to be a mission restart, so a recycle of the mission. So you will, if you're flying, you're going to lose contact, but probably doesn't matter too much. Oh, actually, I notice you are flying in a K50. Okay. So if you're receiving, restart of the mission is imminent.
I'm not sure if someone's keying the bike trying to speak. Soda can, that might be yourself, I don't know.
I think Soda Can was trying earlier on. I was getting someone keying a mic. That's why I thought when you came on, I thought that was him, but it was you. So yeah, I think possibly he's got a mic. He's got a push to talk, but his mic's not going. Soda, are you able to type something in the chat, in the DCS chat, just to let us know you're receiving?
So I'll use the DCS chat to let them know that there's a reboot email.
Yep, copy that. Oh, Soda Can just responded with yeah.
Yeah, that might have been just in response to if he was, if there were ears on, but yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, and they just replied about it being fine. Okay, I will cycle the server now.
Thank you. For those that are interested, Lexor is going to recycle the mission. The server is actually behind me. It actually sits here behind me. It's on a machine that I put together, but Lexor has access, and he can do it from where he is. Here we go. Seems to be taking a while to restart for some reason. Right, so as I've just put a message up there, I'm going to take this opportunity before I get stuck in again to take a quick comfort break. I'll be back very, very quickly.
Request rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete.
Radio check.
Rearming complete.
Radio check. Okay, they haven't got their ears on yet. So I'll just roll. Put the pilot in. Zero's with us. A terrible takeoff, but at least I'm airborne. Something's happening around me. I'm hearing bangs and stuff.
124?
Yeah, copy.
Lovely.
Down to 28 FPS, 11, 13, market period. Perhaps up again now. 50s and 60s, top left. Perhaps I've got it. Those 20 mils hitting that engine and it didn't catch fire. I think I might have a go at the inventory that are just right there, down there, center screen. You can't see them, but I know that they're down there. I think they must be the ones that come in and invade the airfield at some later point and cause us trouble in takeoffs and stuff. I'm going to go down there and give it a hit and see what we get.
Laxi got comms here.
I believe I do.
Are you able to spectate me quickly?
I could work out what on earth I'm doing then, yeah. Okay, go.
Alright, so look at the front, just under my nose.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Spotlight up. Spotlight off. Spotlight up.
Control.
Spotlight off.
Is that, if it's the searchlight, then you should be able to rotate it and spin it around.
Yep, I've set it up to move around. I can also change between standard lights and infrared as well. I've got it all set up. So, if Zero is still in your chat, I'll walk him through, or somehow I'll find a way to walk him through how to set it up.
Well, he's actually in server, in another Chinook. So if he's got his radio on, he can hear.
Zero, are you here?
Billy, I think I lost my clockwork control. So I'll hello. No, R2B. Out of ammo. Still point on R2B. Listing, so I guess they've hit my left wheel and blown its tyre. I'll move to one side in case if I need the runway. Check and get repaired and rearmed. My frame rate has dropped down to 20 already. I don't know why that would be. I thought they hit my fourth tyre. I'll get repaired and rearmed. Well, I might even consider coming out of the server and going back in again because my frame rate is so low. It's usually coming out of the hills. So I might even jump in an F-16. If there's any thoughts on that, let me know whilst I am going out of the server and back in again. Oh, of course, it's a dynamic spawn, isn't it? That's why I can't see it. I'm guessing that's undead in the Chinook. Oh, hang on. Oh, it could be wing 0. Look at the map. Yes, it's wing 0. Hey, let's see how well I can start this. Okay, well, we're running up the engine, that's good.
Ah.
There's so much to remember on this, because I don't do it often enough, so I have to try and remember everything. I'm probably doing it all at the wrong time, apart from everything else.
Yeah, did something right.
Oh yeah.
One, I got a pickup, and two, Wing says it's working now.
Nice.
I'm not as dumb as I look. Before, like, the net, maybe you can look at it for tomorrow's gaming session. There are some cool skins that comes with the Chinook. I saw when I did the dynamic spawn, like there's like an international one, which looked really cool, because it was like the desert tan. Could we get the other skins for the Chinook?
We can. Skins are client side. So if you want to pull them down, you can put them on your machine, and just needs everyone else to have them in order for them to be able to see them. But to be able to choose them, that's your side.
No, we still did this with the MI-24, because like when I did the dynamic slots, I could choose them, but as soon as I choose to fly the Chinook from the normal slot, it doesn't give me the option. You have to enable them.
Ah, right, okay. Right, fair enough. I'd forgotten that.
Get your ass off the landing pad.
I'm busy.
I'm busy. I got more rotors than you do.
I've got more control than you do.
I think that's a lie. I'm faster than you.
Did you crash earlier on?
Radio check.
I've actually got a bit of a long one here. 8 nautical miles. Heading 330.
Hell yeah. So when you asked earlier, the thing was breaking up.
I asked if you crashed.
Nah shit, sorry, I think the enemy's jamming us, I can't hear you properly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Soda Can's going to try a nuke somewhere.
Second, I'm just going to land a second. I'll get that gun off of the airfield.
So, radio check, confirm please. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Why can't I change it? On to 124, but it transmits on 305. No wonder they can't hear me. Oh. Look, it says 124, and there's 124, but it's transmitting on 305. Now, why would that be? Unless it's because I haven't set something down this side. No idea what I'm doing.
Well, it certainly got very busy very quickly, didn't it?
I was gonna say, why is everyone getting shut down now? There's no balance in this job. It's either everyone or no one.
Balance is a state of mind and a coding principle.
Transmitting on 305. Anyone out there see what I'm not doing or doing wrong? I'm on COM2 124. Oh, perhaps I've got to return. No, that's not done it. Well, I've got no radio to the guys. I can hear them, but I can't speak to them because I'm transmitting on a different frequency.
Thank you, Undead.
just
Okay,
cleaning up on all fronts.
So it seems.
I might have to just take off and not worry about radio. That's really frustrating. I've used it before, it's been fine. 124. Whatever I do, it's transmitting on 305. I usually have it on COM2. It's fine. So why is it saying 124 but transmitting on 305? Is that a bug? I'll just get rolling, I think. I'll go for some air targets, hopefully. There's a couple of choppers over on the northwest. Hopefully I'm ready with that. I really can't see why it's not on. Okay. I've been loaded to have chocks on it. There's no chocks showing, so I guess I don't have to get chocks out. Okay, let's roll. Where am I? Yeah, I'll go to the right. And now I've got a box that I can't OK to get rid of. Oh, that's it. It's really annoying. How come I not transfer onto 124? This thing almost taxes itself. It flies itself almost. It does its own. Well, I've done to trim it, so it must do that itself. It does the flaps itself. I'm not sure. There's not a lot of done in that sense compared to a Spit, where you've got to work at it. You've got to fly it. Okay, final checks. Oh, as good as they are. Okay, let's go.
Altitude. Altitude.
Right, it's a hit, but it didn't take it out. Okay, we'll go and find the choppers maybe. Not got any of them. The chap right there has obviously saved them. I could go with guns, but you don't get much ammo on this.
Altitude. Altitude.
Guns are not armed. Well, at least I've got one of those choppers. I'm out of missiles. Okay, I've got my guns. I've just got to relocate them. this is sluggish by comparison to a Spitfire. You pull a Spitfire stick and it moves the aircraft. This has a little think about it.
Altitude.
Ah, there they are.
Altitude.
Closing speed way too high. He got damaged and he got that's me with a slumped over pilot. I'm not even about to eject. She was flying until she crashes now. I hope that you can see that there's a certain amount of joy to be pulled from a Spitfire that you don't really get in one of these aircraft. That's probably Maxim. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Anyone want to decide what aircraft they'd like to see flying? Can't do all of them, but make a suggestion and I'll consider it if I've got it. Mosquito. Radio check. Looks like they're not receiving me. Maybe they haven't got their ears on. Radio check. it's transmitting, and it's transmitted on 124. They should be getting me. Perhaps they're not on that wavelength anymore. Okay.
Sodecon 5566. Right, Bill. I'm going to get off, but before I do I want you to fly over the crater of the new Sodecon 5566. Nuke. Sodecon 5566.
I need to know
Right,
where
Bill.
it is.
I'm going to get off, but before I do I want you to fly over the crater of the new Sodecon 5566. Nuke.
So where do I need to go to see this crater, Soda? And bear in mind, I've got to yet start the mosquito and get it in the air. Where's the crater?
Sodecon 5566. That same area where you see a lot of contrainers now.
Well, there's
Sodecon
probably a few of those.
5566.
Give me a square.
That same area where you see a lot of
Mike
contrainers
Quebec,
now.
Mike November, November Quebec, November Papa, whatever. Give me a square to go to, and then I'll look into that. Because there's various places, I believe, where there'll be a number of containers.
Sodecon 5566.
I can zoom in, but
Sodecon 5566.
it'd be good if you gave me the number of the letters of a square, such as this
Sodecon
one, November Papa.
5566. Mike Papa.
Is it Mike Papa?
Sodecon 5566. Mike Papa.
Now there's a few places where there's a number of containers. You're going to have to give me a number now. Mike Papa 55, 54, 644, 6444, whichever.
Sodecon 5566. Generally to the airfield and just south of it. Sodecon 5566. Generally to the airfield and just south of it. Sodecon 5566. MP 6644. Sodecon 5566.
Oh, there's constant double
MP
reading.
6644. Sodecon 5566. It's there. Sodecon 5566. It's there.
There. Ah, so you're talking about that lot, I guess. Or this
Undead
lot.
underscore 43. Soda, why were you dropping nukes? Undead underscore 43. Soda,
I
why were you
apologise,
dropping
Undead,
nukes?
for the double readings. I don't know why. I can't remember. We killed it last week and I've got it back again. I've forgotten. Okay, so I'll fly to that area. I'll find the crater.
Sodecon 5566. I dropped one and it was accidentally the stronger 10 kilonewtons version instead of the 1 kilonewtons.
Ooh.
Undead_43. No worriest Bill, haha, technology is weird. Sodecon 5566.
Yeah, but the thing is, I cured it, or I got help
I
from
dropped
someone
one
last
and it was
week, and we cured
accidentally
it.
the stronger
I
10
can't remember where it
kilonewtons
was.
version instead of the 1
Since then,
kilonewtons.
I've adjusted
Undead
various things in my sound
43.
settings
No
for various
worries,
other
Bill,
reasons,
haha,
and got it back.
technology is weird.
But it is curable. I just can't remember how. Okay, right, let's get started, I think.
Request rearming.
Copy.
Alright, let's get the engines started. Right, fuel is on, magneto's on. Oh, I've got to get them to run the starter, haven't I?
Run the starter.
Rearming complete.
Well, I didn't acknowledge, run the starter, I'll try again.
Run the starter.
Copy.
Okay, they must have spoken over each other then. Alright, starter's been sorted. Start the starboard engine.
Sodecon 5566. I'm gonna join on phone. Sodecon 5566. I'm gonna join on
Yep, copy
phone.
that, Soda. See if I can get radio now. Radio check. Might have heard something then. Radio check. Oh. Either they're not getting me or they're not able to respond. Okay. All this talking and diversion, I must have forgotten stuff. Okay, the weaponry and the guns are armed, so let's go. Basically, to see the crater that Soda was talking about, I've got to fly south of the airfield where I know that there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Undead_43. It sucks when people ruin the server for everyone by being dumb. Undead_43. It sucks when people ruin the server for everyone by being dumb.
In what way they're undead, particularly? I think I know, but... Actually, I might have seen Solo, if you're there, I might have seen the result of you dropping that nuke. Because I do remember seeing a bunch of our guys suddenly go, like, the light being red, just south of the airfield. Okay, let's do some flaps. And away we go, hopefully. Whoever's on the runway, sorry, I wasn't aware you were there. I obviously hadn't looked properly.
Oh boy, sorry about that, Bill.
No, it's me not taking proper precautions and looking. I think rather than get repaired, I think I'll just respawn. So I just realised,
Sodaycon 5566. You talking about me? Cause I dropped it on basically dead units and I apologize. It was my first time using it in the MiG-21. Sodaycon 5566. You talking about me? Cause I dropped it on basically dead units and I apologize. It was my first time using it in the MiG-21.
yeah,
Sodecon
don't sweat it too much, Soda. Okay,
5566.
we accept. No problem.
Spawn in hot start.
Well, I
Sodecon
don't do hot starts. I've got to do it
5566.
right.
Spawn in hot start.
Request rearming.
Copy.
Right. Actually, restarting this is not a bad idea because I don't fly it that often, and the reminder is probably a good thing. I just realised, did he accept what I just said, or did he ignore me? Let's try again.
Rearming complete.
Oh, no, he did. Okay, we can cancel that. So yeah, I've got my rockets. Radio check.
Checks.
Thank you.
Sodecon 5566. If you do a dynamic spawn, then you can spawn in with all of the armament on the pylons already. Sodecon 5566.
Probably an option, but I don't.
If you do a dynamic spawn, then you can spawn in with all of the armament on the pylons already.
Okay, magneto. I've got fuel, I've got magnetos. Let's start. No, that's not going to work. I didn't prime.
From the starter.
Copy.
Okay, nose trim. I will check the runway this time. Am I done? Am I done? No, I'm not. Altimeter. Trim is done. Flaps are open. Set takeoff flaps. I think that's good enough to go. Oh, I'll close the window. Oh, looks like we've had a big supply of missiles and stuff. That's good. Is that Laxor or... Hang on. Oh, hang on. The brake... Right. It needed to detect the brake before it could take the brake off. So I'm guessing that Laxor just... or maybe Undead have been out and picked up some containers and resupplied us.
Undead_43. Lax is doing cargo.
Yeah,
Undead
that's
underscore
great. That's what I
43.
figured. That's good.
Lax is doing cargo.
Thanks, Undead. Okay, now, is the runway clear? I think it is. I'm going to just take a look. Yeah, looking good. Have I done everything? I think so. Right. Got that then. Okay. This one is crater.
Sodecon 5566. I think it maybe disappeared after a few minutes to not cause performance loss.
Yeah, you could be right there, Soda.
5566. I think it maybe disappeared after a few minutes to not cause
There
performance
is this
loss.
darkened area that I don't particularly remember. So is it possible
Sodecon
to see it?
5566. Nope, it's still there. I see it basically by the bridge.
Yeah.
Sodecon 5566. Nope, it's still there. I see it basically by the bridge.
Whoa. Well, I'll see if I can use some rockets on the BTRs that are on the bridge. I'm pretty bad with
Sodecon
rockets.
5566.
Yeah,
That's
there it
it.
is again.
Sodecon 5566. That's it.
It looks as though, sorry, wrong button. It looks as though the units on the bridge might have all been destroyed anyway. Maybe by the blast.
Sodecon 5566. You can take out an entire airfield with that. But now I'm going to go sleep. It's 3 AM and I am tired. Good night, brother. Sodecon 5566.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the stream.
You can take
Thanks
out
for
an
flying,
entire airfield
and,
with that.
hopefully we'll catch you again
But
another
now
time.
I'm going to go sleep.
Sleep
It's
well.
3 AM and
Take
I
care,
am
Ben.
tired. Good night, brother. Sodecon 5566. Curiously, is there a stream tomorrow? Sodecon 5566.
Yeah,
Curiously, is there a stream
yeah,
tomorrow?
we fly on Friday nights and Saturday nights, so tomorrow's Saturday. So we'll be here Friday, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, maybe any time from 10:30 through to roughly 2:30 AM. Yeah, they've all been destroyed. Maybe by the blast.
Sodecon 5566. Alrighty then. Good night.
Yeah.
So
Good night, Soda.
5566.
TTFN, old chap. TTFN.
Alrighty then. Good night.
Perhaps I'll go and have a look at the convoy instead. I've got rockets. Though there's a couple of choppers up there which I believe are going to be armed with missiles. Oh, someone's already had a go at the convoy. They're all scattered. Some success with my rockets then, by the looks of it. That's a change.
Check.
Copy.
Alright, sorry about that. When I got blown up and respawned on the same slot, I forgot that the radios are still broken when you do that, so you have to actually change slot for your radio to work again.
Ah, right, yeah. Went down to 5, but it's popped up to 20 to 30.
Yeah, I mean, the frame rate could be based on something that happens inside DCS, but rather than it be an overtime memory leak, it could just be a single point of trigger.
Yeah. Oh, I just got taken out by a missile. Oh, radio check.
Check.
Thank you, sir. I'm thinking of folding now because it's about 2:30. My frame rate is low, so it's only going to get worse. Lex or copy? Lexor, copy, got your ears on? Radio check, Lexor, copy. Copy.
Yep, check.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't have Discord running, so I had to kick it up.
Right.
It's 2:30, so I'm thinking I'm going to fold now. Especially being my frame rate has dropped, so I need to go out and come in again. So I'm going to fold now, and assuming
Okay.
you're around, catch you tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll be around tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully get on time. Just had things. Well, I fell asleep on one of the ground crew's beds, so that was a late start to begin with, and then I had to do food shopping and that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I was a little bit late getting in, but hopefully tomorrow night it'll be all as planned.
Yeah. A query about the we end up with enemy infantry on near our airfield, don't we? Where do they come from? Are they coming from the bridge?
No, they're the 5-man squads that come in to pick up Dave's when he's been in the field for too long.
Of course, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so at the moment, what will happen is when it gets to that critical point, it will generate that squad on top of where Dave was. Now, the long-term plan is to have that squad effectively capture Dave and then run away again. But I haven't got that far.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure there's loads of things that you're thinking of and got planned, and there's no rush. It's all
so
still good fun.
Yeah, so I hadn't anticipated them being in what would be effectively a blind spot on the airfield, because when I spawned in, I was taking fire in the Hueys because there was a bunch spawned just to the south of the helicopter zone.
Yeah, that's what prompted my
of course,
query.
there's not any. Yeah,
as I was
there's no
taking
general.
off,
You got stuff on the north side.
Yeah, I was taking fire from a few different places. To the south and to the east, there was a bunch of about five of them, I guess, once again to the east of the airfield, which I managed to sort out. But the confusion was I just happened to spawn in as the mission was at a point as if it had been recycled. I'm thinking initially, well, how come there's all this stuff around when it's only just started? But of course, it hadn't just started. I just happened to spawn it at that time. So yeah, okay. I mean, it's all good. It's still good fun. It was a bit frustrating that I was taking off and being shot up before I even got off the ground, but that's because of when how far the mission was along its route. So
yeah,
no problem. Yeah. All right, we'll perhaps catch you tomorrow night then.
Yeah, sure.
All right, mine go. Take care. Good night, everybody that's listening, and catch you perhaps tomorrow night.
Take care.
All right.
Okay, so we are going to have a quick peek in the... Why is that reloading on sound?
Right, for the sake of anyone that's watching still, thanks for being there. I'm going to close my stream and we'll be up again tomorrow night. There's a few of us here tonight, including a newbie as well, which is nice. So always good to have people in the server. There's normally, it often gets to in the region of about 5. Sometimes it's more, but that's actually can get quite busy even with just 5 of us. So that's good. I'm going to close my stream. Anyone that's there and interested and listening and interested, maybe catch you tomorrow night. Night. Take care.